Hey everybody, thank you for joining me today. So today's video is a part of the Say Goodbye to Summer Hop with my little scrapbook store. And we're going to hop right on in and share with you the layout that I created. So I'm using the collection Cedar House. I want to say this is one of the newer collections from American Crafts that came out right when summer was starting. So I'm just showing you a little bit of all the items that come with it, the foam letters or words, the letters, sticker sheet, and then we have a 12 by 12 paper pad. So as we're going through, I'm going to start pulling out some stuff. I love this wood grain paper. I'm just taking the top piece off. It does have an open circle at the top, so I don't save those. I just throw them away. But if you wanted to, you could save those and use parts of them if you wanted to use it on your projects. It wouldn't be a bad thing. All right, so I think I'm just going to use the 2 pages that I just pulled out. At first, I was thinking I would use the words and the stripe because I loved how it sort of had the same colors of the wall and the shirt that I'm wearing in my photo. So I figured I definitely like the stripes, or it could be albums. It's hard to tell, but I like the colors in that sheet. And then I was liking, like I said, the words here is like stay humble, genuine, stuff like that. But as I'm laying these down, I realize I really don't like the words so much, but thankfully I do like the reverse side. So I'm going to wind up turning it, but at first here we're just going to cut out the different papers. So the first one, I think I cut that at like 4, it was probably like a little bit more than 4 inches. And then I was thinking maybe putting it down the center and then putting our label, our photo like in the middle, and then maybe this way on top. Like, it's a lot of trial and error. And then I saw the brick and I was like, you know what? I think we're going to do the brick side. It kind of tones it down from all the busyness of the words. So this is what we're going to go with. So now I'm just going to go through and try and figure out, one, how to open these packages because they don't have the resealable. So I just had to tear it apart, unfortunately. And then I'm just going to go through and pull out things that I think will work with what we're trying to do. So this photo is a photo I took of myself outside of the movie theater. I went to see Bad Boys, what is it, 4? Ride or Die, I think it is. And I've seen every one of them in the movie theaters. So I was like, I have to go and see the 4th one. And I actually really enjoyed it. So I wanted to take a picture so that I could scrap about it. And so that's what we're going to wind up doing. And then this one says, enjoy the ride. And since the movie was Ride or Die, I was like, I got to use that. And we're just going to keep going through all the elements. There's vellum pieces. There's, I like the albums. And I like those only because, like, back in the day, we had DVDs. We had those really big movie discs. I can't remember for the life of me what they were called. It was before we got to DVDs. They were super big. They were like vinyl record size. And so in this embellishment, obviously we have the cassette tapes and then they have the records. Well, I was like, you know what? I'm going to use some of the records because I can say it's like a CD or a DVD. Like put it towards a more film, since what I'm talking about is about a movie. So again, we're going through all these elements, and I didn't see anything else in that one, but I think I grabbed a few things in the bottom one. So I'm just slowly just kind of going through, trying to pull out everything so that way we can create our our little clusters. So up at the top, I have some of the um, flag or banners that we're going to use to create a little cluster up there. The tickets and that little piece, what do I call it? An ephemera piece I'm going to use for journaling. I like the camera, and then that's when I start pulling out the records. So I got that one, and then I think I wind up taking another one, but I forget where I get it from. It's either going to be from the sticker sheet or I find another one in the ephemera, but we'll talk about it when we get there. Okay. So now I'm going through I think we're going to start figuring out how we're going to lay this all out. So with a layout like this, I decided that I would definitely have a mat. Sometimes I want a mat and sometimes I don't. And the part that I'm cutting off a little bit on my face side because I didn't want to lose the bad boy poster in the background. So that's why I didn't trim over there. And it's okay. I like taking pictures where you only get like my one eyeball and whatever it is I'm trying to take a picture of behind me, because I did that a lot during Christmas with Christmas trees. And so it's become my thing. Half my face and whatever it is I'm trying to take a picture of. So I'm starting to lay things out, trying to figure out exactly how this is all going to come together. And that's one of the things I really like to do when it comes to creating layouts. I like going through the ephemera, looking and seeing either I like it or I don't. And what I just try and do is pull out anything that I think would work. It doesn't mean that it's going to or it has to go on the page at all, but I want it to make sure I get stuff that's going to work for, the layout that we're working on. And this gold side of the paper, stunning. Can't wait to use that. And there's a whole, with this paper pad, you get 2 of each sheet. So that might be the base of another page. I'm just saying, because it is stunning, that gold paper. It made me interrupt my thoughts when I was putting the tape on it. Okay, so we're going to lay that down, and we're going to go ahead and lay down our next piece. And with this one, when I go to lay it down, I try to make sure that it's not all the way to the edge. I think I leave a little bit of the wood grain. Yes, I do. Because I didn't want it to go all the way to the edge, but I want to make sure, everything has its place. So we're going to put that piece in. And then that way I also know where I want to put my layout or my photo. So for this, I love when they put the strips on the sticker sheet. The only problem is it's not quite 12 inches. And what I want to do is have it look like it's going all the way down as one piece. So the ways to do that is wherever you're putting your photo, if you cut it in half and then put each end at the very tops, you have a little bit of an opening, but where your photo goes is going to cover it. So no one would know that it wasn't a full 12-inch piece. Those are good tricks you can do to use scraps. You can, use the sticker sheet, they have a lot of those where sometimes it's scallop, sometimes it's, all different shapes, and it would work out to where no one would know that it wasn't a full sheet. So I decided to pull out a film strip. It doesn't come with this collection. I got it from one of my other collections, but I got them to have extras to be able to use with other collections. I got them from 49 and Market. I love these things. They work out so well, and they just add a layer. And doing a scrapbook page about seeing a movie, I had to put this film in. I had to. All right. So now, usually I would pop up my photo, but this time I decided not to. I just wanted to keep everything sort of flat, and keep it nice and simple. Sometimes I want layers and lifting things up, and what I'll do is I'll take and uplift the embellishments. So like this camera, I decided to put some foam on the back. And with the foam, that allows the camera to kind of stick up, and then it gives me a place to be able to put the banner and anything else that I might want to cluster there. And now what we're doing is we're looking, there's the Gold's album, and then I got this other one. I got them both from the sticker sheet. I knew I had gotten them from sticker sheet, but I just wanted something that was going to peek out a little bit over on the side with the banners that we were collecting or kind of grouping together. And then the camera is going to kind of sit on top to hide the unevenness of the layers that I created there. And then that way no one knows that those were uneven. And this one is big enough that we could just do 2 of the bigger foam squares, and then I'm just trimming off a little piece. Sometimes I save it. If it's too much of a sliver, I just throw it out. But a lot of times I do try and save it because I don't believe in any foam piece going to waste. And we're adding some other flat phrases from the sticker sheet. And when I do stuff like that, I always try to add it kind of in threes. Everything is usually in sort of like a 3 pattern or like a triangle pattern, just to create what is it? It helps with the focal point of your eye. You know, when they say in groups of 3, anything that's odd, it's very pleasing to the eye. So not that you can't do even stuff, it's just, you know, the way it is. So by creating now this epic area, because that title is so big, I'm going to put another one of the phrase stickers with the epic word, and then that creates my triangle. And even though that record, the gold record, seems a little out of place because it's the only thing up there at the moment, it technically could be a part of the cluster up in the right. Okay, so you don't have to be afraid. Try everything, you know what I mean? And then this is really funny. So I like to put things in the center of the cameras whenever I use them. So like in the puffy stickers, they had a gold record that was small enough to put right in the center of that camera. So I went ahead and did that. And now we're going to put this camera down. I always like to put a little bit of glue. And I didn't put anything in this center of the camera because the center is a heart. So I left that alone. But I thought it was so cute. Now what we're going to do is just cover up the photo. And I'm going to do some splatters with the spritz from Tim Holtz. And what I like about these is they're using basically the color of his oxides or the stress ink colors, and making it like a mica spray, right? So you get the shimmer, but it's really in those color tones of the distress inks. And when I tell you, this is probably one of my favorite purchases I've made this year. I'm being totally honest. I love these things. And then I'm going to also splatter with some of my white. This is white picket fence. And this is a stain. This is not oxide because we don't have white in oxide. Even though that would have been awesome if that was the last color. But anyway, now I'm using the black spray stain. And I use the black spray stain because it's more vibrant. The oxide black, it has more of a chalky, so it's like it almost grays it out. So when I do black, I want it to be that bright black. So that's why I always use the stains for my black and white. All right, so that's our final layout. And I'm just going to hit it with a little bit of heat. I'm just trying to protect the photo because what I'm going to do is actually use that part of the white that's sticking out for my journaling, to talk about going to see the movie, having seen the 4, in theater, all that good stuff. And I was just pointing for you guys to check out the more section down below where you'll see links to our other designers. This is all the design team members and the guest design team members sharing their projects for the end of the summer. And I hope you guys enjoy our little hop. If you have any questions, just feel free to leave them down below. We will be reading the comments and I can get you links. I can answer any questions that you may have. But I just wanted to say thank you all for joining us. I hope you guys had a great summer. And I don't know about y'all, but I can't wait for fall. Have a good one.